Hello there and welcome to this bumper edition of Football Every Day, coming to you live and direct from our studios right here at Studio V in Wanutama. Hello there, I'm Zack. With me, the usual Football Everyday crew. We got Shebby, Singh, Nelsen. Hi guys.
Hello.
And I tell you what, this is an extra long edition of the show because we're going to pack in loads of stuff. We're talking about the FA Cup. We're going to take a look at the Champions League. We got your letters, and we got our very own Football Everyday Awards. So do look out for that. But we got to start the Champions League because on Wednesday night or early Thursday morning, however you'd like to say it, we saw the conclusion of the Champions League. And it was between Barcelona and Man United, and what a match that was. Shebby, mate, I know Nelsen is very upset, but we'll get to you later, Nels. Shebby, hail the champions. Brilliant Barcelona.
You couldn't have asked for any better team to win the Champions League.
That's right.
Simply because of their brand of football. Don't get me wrong, Man United do display a great brand of football as well. Mm-hmm. Barcelona likewise. Yeah. But Barcelona were better on the night. Mm-hmm. I thought they didn't they were not exceptional where if you deem an exceptional performance is where two teams play to the best of their ability and one has to step up. Mm-hmm. Barcelona played as well as they can. Man United, Nelsen will tell you why didn't perform on the night. Yeah. But credit to Barcelona because we want to remember the brand of football more than anything else. Sure. You know, which always takes me back to the 2004 European Championships. Who won it? What brand of football was played?
Yes.
Utter rubbish from Greece. So credit to football and well done Guardiola.
Okay, well, I mean, now it's mate. You know, I was talking to Shebby just before the show, and one thing that I figured out watching that game is we never got to see United play in their normal Man United way. There wasn't, the tempo wasn't there, they didn't pass as well as we know they can. What happened, mate?
I don't know, I think minus the first, 7-8 minutes, I think they got well out of the blocks and played like what they wanted to play, how they normally play. I think they had a few shots on goal right from the start. But I think once the first goal went in, kind of like a sucker punch. And I think, you know what I mean? I think if you're playing as well, the minute you go a goal down, we all know goals change games. Goals do change games. So I think, you know what I mean? I think for me, Vidic got beaten a bit too easily.
But guys, let me put this to you though. There's been a lot of talk after the game. Everyone's mulling over the game, and one of the things is United and their team selection. I mean, we talked about this earlier. Guys, wouldn't you have rather seen Ronaldo on the left? I mean, Rooney was very ineffective on the left, Shebs.
I think,
Rooney was a ghost in that game.
He was, okay, we'll take Rooney as an example, right? He has spent almost 70% or 80% of the season playing on the left-hand side. This is not the first time that Rooney was asked to play on the left-hand side. He's played on the left-hand side 80% of the matches. Unfortunately, on the night, a lot of individuals didn't perform. You can talk about the tactics and the team selection, but I thought the tactics were right, team selection was right. Individuals don't perform to what they can. You can't do anything, Zack, as a manager. And I think Sir Alex Ferguson got too desperate at halftime, which is very unlike him because I thought defensive midfielder in Anderson off, another striker on, I thought, no, you are weakening that one area where Barcelona are their strongest. If anything, you should reinforce the central midfield area and say, look, Anderson, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to show me what you can do. Stick to Iniesta, don't let Iniesta play, for example. He didn't. He panicked, which I thought was very, very Sir Alex Ferguson.
Now we know what a big miss Darren Fletcher actually was to the Champions League final as far as United's concerned. But I tell you what, I want to kind of turn the focus to Barcelona because they are an incredible team, an historical team, the first Spanish team to win the unprecedented treble in their country. Credit where credit's due because I tell you what, that was a miraculous performance. Not the best I've seen from them. That has to be the 6-2, right, guys? But Iniesta, what a game he had.
He was simply outstanding. Andres Iniesta, the way he ghosted past players. You look at him and you think, what are his strengths?
I think
and
Zidane,
then he picks the ball
Zidane.
up. Yeah, he picks the ball up, and he ghosts past people as if they're not there.
The ball kind of never leaves his feet.
That's right. I mean, you talk about close control, you talk about vision as well. I mean, he was clearly, in my opinion, I thought, he was the man of the match. But credit to Guardiola because, minus Dani Alves, minus Eric Abidal, he's come up, Marquez, without three of his best defenders, he's won the title.
Okay, he won the title indeed. So all credit to Barcelona. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to take a look at your letters. So keep it locked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Football every day. Okay, we're going to take a little break from like the intense football chat about Man United, Barcelona, blah, blah, blah. We're going to move into your letters because we really like to receive your emails and all your feedback. Thank you very much for doing that, keeping in touch with us over the course of the season. Just a few letters now. So, I mean,
Right.
we've been getting a few
Got
this week, right?
three main ones, I would say. First one, telling us about the Everton Supporters Club of Malaysia having a FA Cup final viewing party. Zack be interested in that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And that's happening at the Cock and Bull Restaurant Pub in the Merchant Square. I think, believe that's near Damansara in PJ. It's happening from 8 p.m. onwards, and all Evertonians are invited, of course. And the party is in partnership with Chang Beer, so I think that's where you want to go to catch the great final.
Fantastic stuff, you know.
this weekend.
So it'll be good to see all the Blues get together.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my cup final, so it's your turn this weekend.
Okay. What
next
next?
one comes from, it's a pretty interesting one, guys. It comes from a guy called Clark Kent.
Okay.
He says,
I'm
Brian
sure
and-
that's a fake name, right?
it
Yeah.
sounds
It's
like
from
it,
you.
but-
Well, let's
Sounds
see.
good.
Let's see what he has got
Yeah.
to say first.
He says Brian and Zack are definitely biased predicting Liverpool games, and their predictions actually make him want to vomit.
Well, obviously from someone who wears his underwear outside his pants.
Yeah. Well, listen, Clark or Joel or whatever your name is, I got to hold my hand up and say, well, you know, when it comes to Liverpool, yes, I am kind of biased, I guess. I try not to be, but you know, being an Everton fan,
Zach,
it's
you
kinda
have
hard.
every right to be biased.
Do I, Shebs?
Yes,
Thank you very
every
much.
right to be biased.
Yeah,
There's
the-
nothing neutral about this
Mate,
show. That never will
yeah,
be.
This is football,
Yes.
as the saying goes.
Just as he's got his right to write into us and say whatever he wants, we have a right to say whatever we want. It's football. It's a
right.
beautiful game.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
about opinions.
But thanks a lot, Clark, for tuning in and obviously taking the time to send us emails, mate. We want to know how you want the show to go next year. If you got an idea, something you want us to talk about, a way you want us to talk about, you know, whatever, just drop us an email right here on Football Every Day. Email address is now.
So it's football@thestar.com.my.
We've got another
Fantastic.
letter, haven't you?
Another email, is a slightly better one. Special mention going out to Safa, who's a Liverpool fan. Thanks a lot for your wonderful emails. The main email, he basically gave us a kind of summary of the whole season, all the leagues in Europe, how it went, who were the star performers, and basically his football heroes over the past decades actually.
Oh, yeah.
He mentioned people like Beckenbauer and back then, but we seem to notice that most of his football heroes are kind of Liverpool players. Seem to be Liverpool players.
Yeah.
Every right to do that. Well done, Safa.
Yeah, but Safa, great emails, very long, very, very thick with facts and stats, brilliant stuff. I hope you get published
We'd
soon,
like to have you on
mate.
the show actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'd
one
like to
day.
have you on the show, mate. If you'd
Next
like to
season.
come on the show, just drop us a line and we'll try and hook you up. Your football heroes, though, shame they're all Reds, eh? But guys, I mean, once again, I don't want to repeat myself, but again, we'd love to hear from you, so keep those emails coming in. Okay, guys, just want to move on the topic to ask you guys, it's been a long, exciting season. Man United have been champions, Barcelona champions of Europe. But mate, Shebs, I'll start with you. How's the season been for you, on a personal level? With your Spurs, have you been happy?
I think I'm going to talk about Spurs here.
Yeah.
I was interviewed by the Straits Times in Singapore for my pre-season prediction, and I
That's
said
right.
Spurs could finish anywhere between 5th and 15th. And I wasn't far wrong because we hit the depths, early in the season. It was a club, that didn't seem to have any direction. Nobody seemed to, at that moment, didn't seem to know where the club was headed for. Managerial changes happened. Players who we paid big money for didn't perform. We had our fair share of donkeys as well on the pitch. Harry Redknapp came along, didn't really do too much. I mean, he's getting a lot of praise, which I think is not that great. So finally, I would say that it's for me as a Spurs fan, it's a season best forgotten.
Season best forgotten. Okay, quite a harsh report card there from Shebby for Spurs. Nelson, quickly, mate. I mean, United for you have been a good season for you.
Definitely. I mean, you got to say yes. Overall, 3 trophies.
Oh, yeah.
You know, compared to Liverpool's nil. But I'm rightly biased, right? Yeah. I mean, but I think for Sir Alex Ferguson, if I was Sir Alex Ferguson, I think he would have taken the Champions League over the League Cup. I think he put it that way, but you know, still better a title won than nothing at all.
Okay, fantastic stuff. And on that note, we're going to take a little break because we're going to take a break. When we come back, I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about the FA Cup final, so keep it locked right here on Football Every Day. Hello there, welcome back to Football Every Day. Okay, I tell you what, this is the segment I'm very excited about because we're going to preview the FA Cup final. And you know what? For the first time in ages, Everton are actually involved in the Cup final. That's right, Everton make another return trip to Wembley to take on Chelsea in this Saturday's FA Cup final. And Sheb's mate, how do you see this matchup?
Oh, difficult.
It's
Difficult
a tough one to
predict.
call, isn't it?
Yeah, because I'm going to go with the element of romance. You know, I'm going to go with the favourites, Chelsea against the underdogs. I'm going to go with the underdogs, perhaps performing better on the night. Okay, simply put, Chelsea come into this game under tremendous pressure. You know, they don't want to end up like Liverpool, empty-handed, or Arsenal, empty-handed. They are desperate. And also, Gus Hiddink will want to win something in English football.
Of course.
So all that pressure, you know, no matter how many experienced players you have in the team, sometimes that pressure can count. So I hope it does, puts Chelsea under more pressure. Everton are always capable of nicking that 1-0. You know, they can win things because of their work ethics, and that is going to be the key here. So I won't want to put the jinx on Everton, but I think. Oh, can I sit this one out?
Well, I'll come back to you on that one, Shebby. But Nelsen, mate, I want to ask you your opinion on how you think Chelsea's season has been. If you're a Chelsea fan, has it been a good year?
No, definitely not. I mean, if you're talking about the players, the group of players they have, the squad they have, I think by Chelsea standards, by Roman Abramovich's standards, I would say it's not been a good season at all. But I think, considering that Gus Hiddink came in for the later part of the season, I think if he can win the FA Cup this weekend, I think he would, you know, in the eyes of Chelsea fans, he would still be a hero. So, I mean, to echo what Shebby said, the least they can do for their fans and for for football is the FA Cup. Man.
It'd be the silver lining on what has been a disappointing season.
Yeah, it really would be like the end of an era, you know, rather than the beginning of a new era for them.
Yep.
You know, win, it is the end of an era. Lose, it is the end of an era. So Chelsea are a bit of a hiding onto nothing.
It'd be the ideal sign-off for Hiddink anyway, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, obviously Chelsea going to the game as firm favourites for that one. But I want to ask you, Sheb, what are some of the matchups in the games that would interest you?
I think the two goalkeepers are going to be the important players. While Petr Cech can drop a clanger, I think Tim Howard has been largely underrated. You know, just because he was allowed to leave Manchester United.
16 clean sheets this season,
yeah, because
more than Edwin van der
he
Sar.
left Manchester United. You know, people tend to think, oh, because he didn't make it in Manchester United. I don't think so. I think he's one of the most consistent goalkeepers. I put him up there alongside Shea Given for contributions to the team. So I'm going to go with Tim Howard having the slight edge over Petr Cech in the final.
Okay. Well, Nelson, mate, the way I see this game, I see a team, both teams with two sets of strong defenses. I mean, how do you compare the two the backlines for both teams?
Well, you know, again, I think if we're talking about over the season, you know, we all know Everton's backline, Jagielka, Yobo, you know, the likes of Baines. They've been really, really good, solid defensively. Chelsea as well, we all know what Terry is capable of. I don't know if Carvalho is back.
Oh, no.
But
It's going to be Alex.
Right? Yeah, so it's going to be Alex. I think in terms of an attacking threat, of course, you would say Terry and Alex. You know, their towering presence
will give you more in the opposing box.
Set pieces.
Yeah.
But you know, don't forget, you know, Everton's got a few defensive goals. I mean, Lescott gets in amongst the goals. But of course, a big miss, Shebby. No
It's
Jagielka.
Jagielka, yeah.
Which means
I mean,
Yobo
that-
stands up alongside Lescott in
Now,
centre defence.
as a partnership, I mean, I rate Lescott very highly, but I always have my doubts about Yobo. I don't think he is what you need at the moment. I think
Right.
Jagielka is going to be a very, very big miss.
Because pretty much it's going to be Yobo up against Drogba.
I think now, when we look at that kind of a matchup, I think Yobo will enjoy it because you know it'll be physical, it'll be tough, and Lescott can do the sweeping up behind. So again, not much to separate the two defenses. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just quickly, lads. So on the attacking front, you know, you got Nicholas Anelka who's just hit a rich vein of form, just at the right time. Obviously, Golden Boot.
I think we've got to say up front, it's got to be, you know, the edge to Chelsea. We're talking about Anelka against maybe like the likes of Saha. And
Yeah, I think if anything, that's where Everton are quite weak. But having said that, they've done well almost a quarter of the season without any recognised strikers. So that the element of surprise makes them, for me, just slight favourites.
Okay. Just quickly, guys, before we wrap this, score prediction, chaps.
I'm going to go with a 1-0 Everton.
Thank you.
Wow.
Nelson?
2-1 to Chelsea, man.
2-1 Chelsea. Okay. Different opinions here. Right, we're going to take a little break. When we come back, the Football Everyday Awards for the 2009 season. So keep it right here. We'll be right back. There, welcome back to Football Every Day. Okay, this is a very special edition, like I said at the top of the show, and I kid you not, because now we've got the Football Everyday Awards for the 2008-2009 season, and what a year it's been. So let's start at the top. I tell you what, Shebby, we got to start with the biggest shock of the year, mate. What has that been for you, in your opinion? There's been a few major headlines this year.
Come on, shock us, Shebby.
Oh, I'm a bit shocked here now. I think the shock has been that the standard of football has been poor, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think the quality of football purely has been great. I mean, the drama and the hype and everything has been as expected of the English Premier League. But the quality of football for me has actually dropped.
Okay, well that's a really valid viewpoint. But you know, I mean, for me, the thing that really struck me about this category, I would have to say Newcastle getting relegated.
Yeah,
I mean, no one thought at the top of the year that Newcastle would be
I agree
anywhere
with
near
you.
that, right?
I've got to agree with you on that.
Okay. Well, Newcastle getting relegated. I think Newcastle is going to feature a lot in our awards. Okay, guys, the biggest shock of the year at Newcastle, the biggest flop of the year. We've seen a few new signings this year.
Can I go first on this one?
Please, James.
David Bentley.
David Bentley.
Spurs, what a load of rubbish, what a waste of money.
Lots of money as well, Chef.
Yes.
Other than that one beautiful goal.
Exactly. Other than the goal of the season.
But Nelson, you know, I made a list here, flop of the year. I mean, we could have talked about Almanda at Bolton, big money, very few goals. We could have talked about Colaccini, and some might even say Berbatov.
You see, now, this is the problem, Zack. It is the Titus Bramble position in Newcastle. Whoever comes to play in that position ends up playing like Titus Bramble.
That's how you explain Colaccini's form.
So that's why Colaccini, a defender that I love very much, just turned into a Titus Bramble.
But what about you, Nelson? Your flop of the year?
It's got to be the entire Middlesbrough strike force.
Good choice.
Good stuff.
Good choice.
Okay.
Deco, we can't forget Deco.
Can't
flop
forget
of
Deco.
the season.
The man
Yeah.
only turned up for a month.
Only in the summer.
In 9, right? Well, worst manager of the year. Okay, we've had the best manager. We've heard about that. Worst manager, Chef.
Wandy Ramos. I know this is very, very Spurs slant on my opinions, but I thought Wandy Ramos took over from Martin Yol, did well. And then you thought, okay, he's done well now. We are going to push on in the next season. Made a lot of signings. Unfortunately, pushed down rather than pushed up. So, Wandy Ramos for me.
Okay, Nelson, anything to add on that?
I don't really have a worst manager candidate, but for me, it's got to be the guys who took the teams down. You know, just Southgate, your Southgate, and you know the whole Newcastle.
Okay. For me,
All
personally,
Newcastle's managers.
you can throw Sam Allardyce in
Phil
there.
Brown was this
Phil
close.
Brown was there, yeah.
Was
Phil
this
Brown,
close.
unlucky, maybe next year. All right, this is my favorite category, biggest waste of space of the year. Joey Barton has to be a shoo-in for this
Agree
award,
with that.
right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Joey Barton, just gives
Suspensions, prison,
gives-
suspension.
gives
bad
new meaning.
football.
He's always gives new meaning to the word stupid.
Okay.
Joey Barton, without a doubt.
Enough said on that guy.
Yeah.
Biggest joke of the year. You can't mention Joey Barton. Joey Barton can't win two awards in 1 year. But biggest joke of the year for me, Newcastle.
Hollywood
mate.
FC.
It's gonna be
The
Alphonso
Hollywood
Alves as well, man.
Hollywood FC of England, Newcastle.
Newcastle,
Alphonso Alves for
you
me.
couldn't even make that stuff. I know Alves, but Newcastle.
Newcastle
I mean,
got to win it.
that's their own soap opera
Yeah.
altogether. Goal of the season, Shed. I know you
David
want this
Bentley.
one. Bentley versus Arsenal
There's
for
is
beauty.
no contradiction. Beautiful goal.
But Nelson, what about Makeda, mate?
Yeah, man.
In
I think,
terms of
we've all agreed
importance,
that it
I
was,
think.
a super important goal.
Yeah,
And I think he did it with some finesse as well.
Indeed, yeah.
Okay, so nice one. Unsung hero of the season. For me, I have to put Phil Jagielka. Missing the FA Cup through injury, unfortunately, but he's been the proverbial rock in Everton's defence,
Yeah.
and the main reason why we got so many clean
Agree with
sheets.
you. And Darren Fletcher's
Darren
another
Fletcher. Goose hitting.
Okay.
one. Unsung hero.
Oh well, we've sung a lot of songs about goose hitting this year. The biggest hype of the year, Aston Villa. Has to
Oh
be,
yeah,
right?
this is going to be their season. They're going to break into the top
They're gonna
4
break
and
into the
everything.
top 4. Everton
No.
did it before you
Yeah.
guys.
but I think outside the top 4 it's got to be Aston Villa. But I think if
No, but I think
if
it's
the
biggest hype. Yeah.
But I
Okay.
think there was a lot of hype about Arsenal.
Okay,
as
we
well.
got to rush through this. The most embarrassing defeat of the season has to be United 1, Liverpool 4. Agreed, guys?
Yes, agree with that.
Okay,
He doesn't like it.
And the last award that we're going to give out has to be the best signing, guys. Fellaini.
Fellaini.
Marouane Fellaini, often
Be-
described as being 6'12" by me.
And Fellaini also wins our special award, best haircut of the season. So there you have it, guys. That's a wrap.
Yes, very much.
Thank you very
so.
much.
Our season
Enjoyed
flies.
it, mate.
Pleasure
Our
indeed.
season flies.
Yeah, man.
I'll see you guys
See you
next
again,
season.
Chef.
This has been Football Every Day for another season. Hope to see you next year. Same place. Goodbye.